What's up everybody, it's Charles, and today I'm going to show you the wrong way to buy a VW. Right now I am sitting in the driver's seat of a 2007 GTI. This is going to be a Mark 5 GTI, and I have partnered with FCP Euro to bring you guys this project. And one of the things I thought it was important before we kick the project off is to show you guys all of the things that are wrong with this car. This should serve as a guide how to buy a VW, and probably as important, a guide how to not buy a VW. This car's got some pretty significant issues. I'm going to go over all of that today with you guys and talk about some of the videos that are going to come out of this project to help you fix your own car. The things that we're going to talk about today really do apply to a lot broader range of years and models other than the GTI. But basically, if you're looking at almost any VW in the 2006 to 2008 range, these are the most important things you're gonna wanna check before you buy it, or if you own one, some of the things that you may have to repair in the future. One of the biggest things about this vehicle is it did come from the Northeast, which means it has a lot of the R word, rust, something that down here in the South, we don't have to deal with, and one reason why I bought my R32 down in Florida. Let's start under the hood and talk about engine transmission things. This is a 2-liter turbo BPY engine. So it's a direct injected engine, but it's belt driven. This is the engine that had a lot of issues with high pressure fuel pump wear and failure, camshaft failure, oil leaks, but the carbon buildup wasn't nearly as bad as the newer generation that's chain driven. On this car, we have issues with the Pcv valve. It was actually blocked off when I got it. The valve cover is leaking. The vacuum pump is leaking. The dipstick's broken. The hood strut is broken, hence the locking pliers. The small cooling fan doesn't work, but I'm gonna show you guys how to replace both of them. The bushing on the shifter is completely worn out. The headlights are broken. In addition to all of those things that are damaged, the vehicle did have a check engine light on, and to fix that, we're going to start by replacing the thrust sensor on the fuel pump. This also gives me an opportunity to remove the high pressure fuel pump and show you guys exactly how to do that and inspect the follower. And since we got it out, we're going to put a new follower in. I'll also be removing the timing cover on the back side of the engine in order to do some inspections there. As you can see, the engine cover is completely destroyed. We're gonna be replacing that with an aftermarket intake. Because the headlights are damaged, we'll be pulling the whole front end off. I'll show you guys how to do service position, replace, and adjust headlights. I'm also gonna replace the wiper motor, which isn't functioning properly. And I'm guessing that while we're under the hood, probably gonna find a handful of other things that are going to need our attention. Now, when we move to the drivetrain of the vehicle, it's actually in pretty decent shape. There is a right rear wheel bearing that is making some noise, so I'll show you guys how to do that, which is actually super duper easy. We're going to be doing brakes all the way around. The front brakes are really simple. For the rears, it is a little bit trickier, but it's still not very challenging. It should come as no surprise that the driver's door latch isn't working properly, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do that. Step by step, we'll pull the door skin off and replace it. There's some tricks that I've learned over the years that'll really help you guys do this job much, much easier. Now you're probably thinking, Charles, that's not that much stuff wrong with it. What are you talking about? Here's how to not buy a VW. Well, some of the other things that are going on with the car is, like I mentioned, the rust is pretty significant on this vehicle, so that's something we're going to be dealing with. And in addition to that, during my initial inspection, I found that the right front spring for the suspension is broken. So what that means is we'll be doing some coilovers, some Sachs Performance coilovers. There's some key things on this newer generation that you really do want to pay attention to when doing OEM suspension or doing something like coilovers. But either way, these coilovers from Sachs seem like they're gonna be awesome. As you can see, we have a lot of parts to put on this car and in a very short amount of time. I only have this car for about a month, so after I'm done with it in that month, it's gonna go back up north for the guys to do what they need to do at FCP Euro. Luckily, interior-wise, the car's in pretty good shape for 11 years old. There's a little bit of wear and tear, but nothing out of the ordinary. And hey, the headliner's not falling down, so that's a big plus because that's a pretty common Mark 5 issue. We're gonna be addressing as many of these things as we can in the next 30 days, which allows me to create some cool content and cool videos for you guys. So if you drive a Mark 5 or really a B6 or even a Mark 6, a lot of this stuff will apply. Most of it's very, very easy to do. It's just one of those things that it helps to see how it's done, or like the door, learn a few tricks in order to make the job go really, really smooth. So guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Big ups to FCP Euro on partnering with me on this project. Should be pretty fun. It's gonna go fast, and the videos will come out throughout this year. If there's a video you wanna see, drop it down in the comments and let me know. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course on Snapchat. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for the Mark V project, and hey, if you got a name for it, let's name it. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. With that, I'm out. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you again next time.